is getting a lot of people to talk about bullying and teen suicide, but suicide prevention advocates also worry it could create copycats. I spoke with the Oregon Youth Line manager, and she says the show 13 Reasons Why has some pros but a lot of cons.
Settle in, because I'm about to tell you the story of my life. More specifically, why my life ended. And if you're listening to this tape, you're one of the reasons why.
It's the premise of 13 Reasons Why. High schooler Hannah Baker leaves behind 13 recordings detailing why she committed suicide.
Why didn't you say this to me when I was alive?
The Netflix show has been a hit, and Oregon's Youth Line manager Emily Moser says that's somewhat troubling. She says the opening of the show, for example, sets an inappropriate tone with a memorial at Hannah's locker.
When you memorialize or when you glamorize a death by suicide, potentially other individuals and potentially young people, teenagers, look at that, and it tends to normalize this idea of death by suicide versus reaching out for help.
So pretty, totally. Hashtag never forget.
Moser was bothered the show never mentions mental illness, which is a factor in 90% of suicides, and that it makes it appear that suicide is a reasonable solution to problems like cyberbullying and other conflicts.
80 to 85% of the time, those issues are such that through talking, through getting the help that you need, by connecting with somebody that will listen or a trusted adult, that you can get the help that you need.
At the Oregon Youth Line, the teen volunteers take 28 to 35 calls on an average shift, some of them from kids who are depressed, others are talking suicide. Moser says reaching out for help is the way to handle these feelings. She says the one positive about 13 Reasons, it does get a conversation started.
It gives them an opportunity to talk about some of these complicated issues and open the door to create a safe atmosphere for your young person to talk to as a parent, to talk to you as a parent.
Now, another issue that Moser and other suicide prevention advocates have, the graphic portrayal of Hannah's actual suicide, which they call unnecessary and potentially harmful to people who are struggling. Now, if you or anyone you know needs help, we have posted the Youth Line information on KOIN.com. It's an interesting show. I've watched most of it now, and it is good. If you have teenage kids, it might be a good thing to watch with them. Younger kids, not so much, but it does get the lines of communication open, but there's a lot of Hollywood in it too.
Yeah, and it is a big problem. We've done a number of stories over the years about suicides and the things that lead up to them. So something to talk about.
Definitely so.